Okay, so in 12.8, when we were dividing polynomials, I talked a little bit about synthetic. So let's talk about it more here. The problem that we have is cut off. Okay. You have to first check before you start doing these that you have all your terms on the top. So whatever your top degree is of 4, we need to count down in order. So we need 4, and then we need 3, which we have. Then we need 2, so we got 10x squared. There's my 2. And then we need 1 minus 4x. You can write the 1 up there, understood to be a 1 without it. And then minus 6, 0. So 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. If you're missing any terms, you have to put 0 as a placeholder. On the bottom, you want to make sure you have a single variable with a coefficient of a 1. And then whatever this number is, either added or subtracted to it. Okay? Coefficient of a 1 and one single number added or subtracted, preferably a whole number. Alright, if this is a setup, we'll do synthetic. You take the opposite of what's on the bottom. So this will be a -1. That's what we call our box number. And then we're only going to list the coefficients of the numerator. So this is a 1, 9, 10, -4, -6. Alright. You always bring the first term straight down. You multiply below the line. -1 times 1 is a -1. Write the answer up, and then you add or subtract based on what the signs say. So we would subtract, get 8, and then you repeat. -1 times 8. So whatever's below the line, you multiply. Give me a -8, and then combine these. That will give me a +2. -1 times 2. Give me a -2, combine, -6. -1 times -6 gives me a +6, combine, we get 0. This is ideal. You want to get a 0 at the end. And that being the case, notice you started out with a 4th degree. We divided off 1, so if you do 4 minus 1, that starts you out with x to the 3rd. So this means x to the 3rd, and then x squared, and then x, and then no x. These are the coefficients to those. So this is a 1. You can write it if you need to see it, but it's understood. Since that has no minus, it's a positive, so plus 8x squared. Positive, so plus 2x, and that's negative, so minus 6. So this is the solution to that problem. You first just do it dealing with the numbers, and then later you add the exponents. So it's always going to reduce by 1, because we're only doing it with 1 at a time. So our solution, x cubed plus 8x squared plus 2x minus 6. Okay, so number 2, very similar. So I'm going to go ahead and take the opposite of that bottom number. It's going to be a 1 in my box this time. Okay. My coefficients would be -9. So that's the 3rd power. And then 13, that's the 2nd power. I wrote 12. 13, 2nd power. -10, that's the 1st power. And then the 6 is 0. Okay, so we got everything. Nothing's missing. Bring the first one straight down, always -9. Multiply, gives me a -9. Combine, we get +4. Multiply, 4. Combine, -6. Multiply, we get a -6. Combine, we get 0. So we started out with a 3rd degree. So you reduce that by 1, so this is my x squared. So I have -9x squared. That's positive, so plus 4x, and then minus 6. You just follow and then count down 2, 1, 0, or from wherever you start. So negative 9x squared, negative 9x squared, and then plus 4x minus 6. Alright, number 3. Bottom number is a positive 3, so opposite is negative 3. That's our box number. And then our coefficients, we have a fourth root, so 2, a third root, 4. Next, we have 11 as second root, negative 15 is the first, and minus 6. Okay, everything is there, nothing's missing. Draw a line, bring the first one straight down. 3, negative 3 and 2 gives me a negative 6. Combine negative 2. Negative 3, negative 2, positive 6. Combine, we get 17. Negative 3 and 17 give us negative 51. Combine, and we get negative 66. Negative 3 and negative 66 give us a positive 198. And combine, and we get positive 192. Double check. 2, 4, 11, negative 15, negative 16, 6, negative 2. Okay, looks good. So we started out with a 4th degree. Okay, keep writing that too high. Start with a 4th degree. So when we divided off 1, we're now going to start with the 3rd degree. So this is 2x to the 3rd. Negative, so minus 2x squared. That's positive, so plus 17x, and then minus 66. Now this time we have a remainder. Whenever you have a remainder, you put that over the original divisor, whatever was on the bottom at the beginning. So x plus 3. So I'm going to say 192 over x plus 3. So whatever you have something left, you put it over the original divisor. So we have 2x to the 3rd minus 2x to the 2nd plus 17x minus 66 plus, at a fraction, 192 over x plus 3.